Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Got the question, what does a real man want? And it's a good question and it's something to think about. And of course, men should be thinking about what does a real woman want? And maybe a young lady can make that video. But I want you to understand something. And this is it's tough for a lot of women to accept, especially single women today in this day and age. But you have to realize there is a clear difference between a real man and what I call a grown boy. So you have a grown man and a grown boy. And there is a clear difference. Now, what I found being a man, key word ladies, being a man, what I've found is that there are men who think just like me in regards to a woman, and then there are men who think the opposite. But the opposite is all the same, and those who think like me are all the same. It's just two types. So it's not like, so one man over here is okay with a woman who curses like a sailor, who, gets drunk, or smokes, goes to the strip club, watches pornography, does all of those things. And then this other man over here, he wants a woman who doesn't curse like a sailor, who doesn't get drunk, who doesn't smoke, who doesn't go to the strip club, who doesn't watch pornography. And that's typically the breakdown. Now, there will be some things in there that are interchangeable. So a guy may say, well, I don't want her to smoke, but if she gets drunk, on Saturday, I guess I can live with it. I guess I can live with it. He's not really cool with it, but he's feeling like, hey, I'll compromise. Now, for me, being the man that I am, and if you are not interested in a man that doesn't curse like a sailor, that doesn't get drunk, that doesn't smoke cigarettes or vape or weed, that doesn't watch pornography, that doesn't go to the strip club, that is over the age of 25 and doesn't even go to the regular club. If you're not interested in that type of man because that's not your type, because you're not that type of woman, then this video is not you. You will get the man that you desire. But that is not what I consider as a real man, a man who's giving into lust, who's giving into vices that alter the state of his mind, whether it is weed, cigarettes, vaping, a man who curses like a sailor. And what I mean by that is he can't find the words to express what's on his mind without using profanity. I don't consider that a real man, because that man to me is not a good role model and a good example for his children. So therefore, what he wants in a woman is not the same thing that a real man wants. And the way I'm defining real man here is a man who is a role model, a healthy and positive role model that you would want your son or your daughter to look up to as an example of what a man should be. So don't say, well, my man is into pornography and I think he's a real man, or my man smokes weed and I think he's a real man, or my man gets drunk but I think he's a real man. The next question you have to ask yourself is, would you want your son to be into pornography? And then what if, because your man is into it, your son starts watching it but then decides he wants to be in it? Or what if your daughter, the same thing? What about your man getting drunk and your son or your daughter watching him get drunk, and so now they want to drink, they get drunk at 15, 16, they're driving drunk. So see, you have to think about the implications. You got to think about the consequences for the actions. And this is how I define and I separate a grown man from a grown boy, a real man from a grown boy. And so what a real man is looking for in a woman is a woman who knows who she is, and she's not acting out and doing things for clout, for the attention of a man. A lot of women are going to strip clubs to look cool to men, not because she truly wants to see another woman's butt clap. That she's not going, a lot of women are not going because they truly have a desire to watch butts clap. They are going because their man wants to go, and they feel like that if they tell him no, that he will sneak and go anyways, or it will make him cheat. So they say, okay, I will go too, so that I can be there and watch you and see what you're doing. And then a woman may open that part of her spirit, open that part of her mind, and then the next thing you know, she is with women and she's bisexual, and now you have threesomes, and now you have this whole thing going on. But can you talk to your children about your lifestyle? Can you tell your 13, 14, 15-year-old son or daughter who is being tempted with premarital sex, can you tell them about your lifestyle and what you're doing? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't be doing it. And so what a real man is looking for, he's looking for a woman who does not curse like a sailor. A woman who keeps her mouth clean so that his 3-year-old son or daughter isn't going to school, going to preschool, and then going to kindergarten, dropping F-bombs and saying the S word and using all these dirty words. So a man is looking for a woman who knows how to express herself, to how to articulate herself. He also is looking for a woman who, a real man, and he's all of these things. So understand this. It's not a man who's not these things asking a woman to be this. So if you are a woman and you're saying, hey, what is a real man looking for? You have to realize he must be doing all these things in order to be considered a real man. And so he wants a woman who has the emotional intelligence to express what's on her mind without losing her cool, without losing her class, and in a way that if her child was watching her, that child could emulate her, and that child not be seen as rude, disrespectful, mannish, grown, just not being raised properly. The next thing is a man wants a woman who knows how to put things in order. What I mean by this is she knows how to be decent and in order, meaning she's not getting drunk and she's not getting high. So a real man doesn't want a woman that smokes weed because she's altering the state of her mind. She's getting high. She's putting chemicals into her body. These chemicals are on her skin, so their newborn baby is getting this marijuana in his or her pores and getting a contact high or nicotine buzz or whatever because the mom smokes. A real man is not doing those things, and he's not looking for a woman that does those things. A grown man, a grown woman, this is what we're speaking on. So a man is looking for a woman who respects her body, loves her body, and doesn't just give her body away to drugs, to too much alcohol. Of course, red wine, white wine, or having a cocktail, drinking socially and responsibly, that's totally different. We're not, so don't go there, and you already probably there in the comments talking about that. I'm not speaking on that. I mean getting drunk to where now your judgment is impaired and you become a different person because you are too much under the influence. A real man is looking for a woman who can be a role model to their sons and daughters. So this woman, she is not only not cursing like a sailor, she's not getting drunk, she's not smoking, but this woman, she has self-respect and class. So she carries herself in a way that she's not attention seeking. So this woman is not wearing a thong bathing suit at the pool with the little baby, because that would be showing everything, and just remove that one little line, and now every man and woman out there is seeing exactly what the husband sees. That sends a message to your son that he deserves to see the naked body of every woman, which may make him very dominant and controlling, or very mentally perverted. It sends a message to your daughter that she doesn't have private parts, that she only has public parts, and that her entire backside can be shown to any man. So, see, we don't think about it. We think it's innocent. We think, oh, I wear what I want to wear, I do what I want to do. We think it's innocent, but what you have to realize is, how is it being perceived by your children, and then how does it show up in their life? So a grown man is looking for a woman who can be a role model. Just to put it simple, this woman can be a role model to his son and his daughter, their son and their daughter, and that if they emulate their mother, then they will be just fine in the world. They will be just fine. They will be healthy. They will be happy. They will be whole. They won't be seen as immature. They won't be seen as classless. They won't be seen as disrespectful. They won't be seen as ghetto, as ignorant, as all of these labels that people put on us for our behavior. They won't have to deal with that, because their mom is a positive and healthy role model. So what I want you to realize, and this is going to bring this all home, is the reason why I say a real man is looking for this type of woman is because that is what a real man is. A real man is a person who is responsible for his life and his actions, what he's putting in his body, how he carries himself, what he's saying. That is what a real man is. And so his woman has to be a reflection of that, so that they can be on the same page in raising their children. And even if they don't have children, so that they can still be on the same page in leading a healthy and whole and happy and prosperous lifestyle that is not being controlled by insecurity, making you want to show off and show everything, give your body away, share your body with everybody for the rest of your life. Yes, we've made those mistakes in our past. Not operating under the control of vices, whether that is smoking or drinking or other drugs. Being in their right mind, being able to make clear decisions from the right place, because their mind is not altered by too many substances. Being able to have fun, be social, get out, have a great time. You may have a drink, but you have self-control, because you are mature and not immature. And so understand this, ladies, and I just hate to break it to you. The reason why this is so important is because if you don't work on you, and if you don't remove the insecurities and the vices out of your life, you're going to attract a man that is a reflection of you. But what you don't understand about this is that love is a moral action. So for every moral that your man lacks, in every area that he lacks morals and values, he is that much more likely to cheat on you. Because for a man, it may not be the same for a woman, but for a man, the number one thing in life is having sex. For a man, the number one goal, from the age that he is aware of this, that becomes his goal, getting that release. And that becomes the easiest thing that he can do. A man cannot drink. A man may not drink, smoke, or curse, but will still be in fornication. So I want you to understand that men will have sex before they will even eat fried chicken, eat pork, drink a soda, because that is what's most natural to that man. So when you take other things that are unnatural, that are unhealthy, and you add those things into a man's life, that is a clear indication to any and every other man that this man is probably most likely sleeping around with multiple women. If this man is putting drugs in his body, if this man is getting drunk, if this man is going to the strip club, if this man is into pornography, I'm willing to bet there's a 99% chance he's sleeping with multiple women, even if he is married, engaged, or with a woman. And so that is why it's so important that if you are a single woman watching this, that you grow to be the absolute best woman you can be, because you will attract the absolutely best man there can be. And now the two of you come together, strengthen one another, and you can build. But if you are immature, if you are irresponsible, if you are still giving into ignorance or vices, it's very ignorant to curse like a sailor, to be dropping all these F-bombs and not using a higher vocabulary to express what's on your mind. That is an ignorant and foolish behavior. It does not make you cool. It does not make you relatable. Stop believing the lies. Address those small areas like that seem so minute. Address those things, then it becomes easier to address the bigger things, like, do I have 3 glasses of wine or 1? It becomes easier to address, do I have unprotected sex or premarital sex, or abstain until marriage? So you have to address every aspect, and when you do that, guess what? There's a man doing the same exact thing. I'm coaching men who are becoming the best version of themselves, not getting drunk, not smoking weed, not involved in premarital sex, not giving into lust, strip clubs, pornography, not doing any of those things, working on their mind, their body, and their spirit. So that man, those men, and I'm coaching some of these men, those men are not looking for a woman who is living the opposite lifestyle. I don't care how beautiful you are, how you shape, how much money you make, how good your job is. You will not get that man. You will not get that man. So understand that there is a clear difference between a real man and a grown boy. And although it may be painful, not doing some of these things, not getting drunk, not cursing like a sailor, not smoking, not clubbing, not giving into lust and pornography and all those things, although it may be painful to sacrifice in those ways because you're used to that, if you really want a real man who is going to love you and be faithful to you because he has a relationship with God, because he has morals and values, integrity, and high character, then you got to become that woman to attract that man. And so I know this, and the reason why I'm saying this, I'm going to wrap this up, it's a long video, but the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of times women come to me and they're in coaching and they're saying, well, Tony, you know, you think like this, you talk like this, but are there men who think like that and talk like that today? And I'm like, yes, but these women smoke weed, go to the strip club, get drunk. And I'm like, men like me who are thinking on the right level and are mature and classy and self-respecting, those men are not attracted to the things that you're doing. So that is why you keep attracting bums. That's why you keep attracting men who keep lying to you and cheating on you and dogging you out, because those men don't have character. And so I know some of you are going to say, well, there's pastors who don't drink and don't smoke and all that, and they cheat on their wife. That man does not have character. So if you talk to him and you get to see that he's trying to get you in the bed, or he's so gung-ho on sex and he can't even control himself there, then that also lets you know he doesn't have character. So it's not just about not drinking, not smoking, not cursing and all of those things. It's about having character through and through, inside and out, having self-respect, dignity, integrity, being able to respect others, respect their body, respect their timeline, respect their desires in life, all of those things. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. God bless you.